Hi Brian, welcome to Value. So today we're going to talk about Siga Technologies. Now this is one of the stocks that are very, very important against the fight against monkeypox. They produce a very important antiviral, and the stock market kind of just realized that, hey, this company is important because they produce an important product, and with the World Health Organization just announcing this as an actual emergency, that, hey, monkeypox is actually spreading quite rapidly, and they are actually losing that window to actually control it. So now you actually have this company that's going to benefit a lot from this kind of announcement, because a lot of other countries are going to take notice and they're going to realize, hey, we got to do something about this. We got to go up to all the companies that are producing vaccines or antivirals, and we got to stock up and we got to make sure we're prepared, because I don't think a lot of people or countries were actually thinking about this as being as serious. But as times has gotten on and the cases have just been growing, like we go to this graph here and you can see basically the numbers just accumulating. Basically right now we're at over 16,000 cases, which is like massive. Like back in May, when the numbers were very tiny, it wasn't that big of a problem. And even when it got to like 100, 200, in the few hundreds, people kind of thought, hey, does it still within, a degree of control? It's nothing as bad as COVID. But now we're looking at this and it's just like, it's climbing up way, way, way too quick. Now you're at a situation where you risk losing control of it, because it's just spreading and spreading and spreading and spreading. And basically it puts you in a situation that you're going to start asking the question of, like, how do you actually control this and what's going to happen next? Because if you can't control it, then you're going to have to vaccinate everyone. So they've gone from being in the front to just thinking this is going to be a small problem, to basically be in a situation where they're going to have to do massive kind of like changes, possibly even vaccinate the whole population. They're at that kind of borderline where potentially things can slow down, or it could just happen the other. Like basically, it's heading towards a COVID type kind of incident where it risks spreading at a rapid rate, where it's just going to be hard to control. So basically, the World Health Organization probably should have announced it as an emergency a lot earlier. They've only just recently done it. And yeah, I think the whole world needs to recognize that this is something that needs to be fixed ASAP. And basically, Siga Technologies is one of those companies that produces an important antiviral, and a lot of countries are probably going to come to their door knocking and wanting to buy their product. And that's kind of why the stock's up. The value of the stock is at $1 billion. If we go to those financials, last year their revenue was $133 million, and in their earnings was $69 million. So extremely profitable company if we look around this area here. And we can see in 2020 it was basically the same. It was just 2019 when things dropped off quite badly. So like if we can see in 2020 and 2021, revenues were very consistent. We can guarantee that this year is going to be well above what they were in the prior 2 years. So we expect well past 100 million in revenue. We don't exactly know numbers, though. We can look at it and have confidence that this company is going to deliver some really good numbers, particularly in this environment. They're not going to do less business, particularly with this situation. So at the current pricing is actually not too bad, particularly given basically $1 billion valuation, and this company last year earned 60 million. So this year you can probably think that there's a good chance they're going to earn quite a bit more than that, because their revenues are likely to be much higher. We're going to just see how things go, of course, because they've announced a lot of contracts, but it's one of those things of whether the amount of contracts they have can be translated into revenue in the near term. Part of it will, but the biggest question is, how much can they do? And we won't really know until those financials come through. They have got a lot of contracts, and then we'll probably see. But at $1 billion valuation, it's probably on that lower end. I can see the stock price just continuing to climb, even though it's climbed 29%. If we look at the graph, it actually dropped a few days ago, and it went to like less than $11, or around that $12 mark, and that was from like that $14 mark, and now it's just come back much stronger now that a lot of investors have realized, hey, actually this is a really important stock. And yeah, like we zoom out, this kind of pricing right now is probably as high as we've had it in a very long time, or ever really. So this stock is actually doing really well. So yeah, I think at $1 billion there's still room to go. Yeah, and we'll see what the kind of performance is going forward. But it's you just have a look at the current situation and just realize this is actually one of the very few antivirals that are actually available, and it's a very important one. Hence why this company is probably going to make some really good revenues and have basically a good performance in their share price. If you got any questions, comments, post below. Until then, good luck investing, everyone.